In this section, we're going to learn how to solve some word problems. So let's go through some steps that the book has. Step one, you want to read the problem carefully several times until you can state it in your own words. What is given? What is the problem looking for? That's very important. Let X represent the unknown, okay? So we have to figure out what's it looking for. The next thing, step two, write the expressions for any other unknown qualities in the problem in terms of X. We want to put everything in terms of X. We just want to deal with one variable. Step three, write an equation in X that models the verbal conditions of the problem. So we're going to write an equation that models what they're asking about. Step four, solve the equation to answer the question. And step five, check it. A lot of times we need to check it and see if it makes sense, okay? Now these are some algebraic translations, okay, of English phrases. When they say some or more than, there should be a comma there. Some or more than or increased by, all of those things mean addition. So when you see those, you know you're adding. On this one, when they say minus, decreased by, subtracted from, the difference between, less than or fewer than, all of those things mean subtraction. Multiplication is times, the product of, percent of a number. That comes up a lot. Percent of a number, you're multiplying. Multiplied by twice. That's also multiplication. For division, if you see divided by, quotient, or reciprocal, you are dividing. So let's try one of these problems. Example 1, it says the graph shows the average yearly earnings in the United States by highest educational attainment. The average yearly salary of a man with a bachelor's degree exceeds that of a man with an associate's degree by $25,000. Okay, so this is our first hint here. Let's look at this graph, figure it out, and then we're going to use this in a minute to make an equation, okay? So with a graph, you have male and female. We're interested in male. So here they have some high school graduates, some college, associates, bachelor's degree, master's degree. They say the average salary of a man with a bachelor's degree, that's right here, exceeds that of a man with an associate by $25,000. Let's read the next sentence. The average yearly salary of a man with a master's degree exceeds that of a man with an associate's degree by $45,000. Okay, so, sorry, I wrote through my 45 there. Let me fix that so you can see the problem. So now, if you look at this one, a master's degree exceeds the associate's degree by $45,000. Then it says combined. Now, combined means you're adding them all up, okay? 3 men with each of these degrees earns $214,000. Then lastly, what are we looking for? What are they trying to find? It says find the average yearly salary of a man with each of these levels of education. Okay, so we want to find the average yearly salary for men with an associate degree, the average yearly salary of men with a bachelor's degree, of men with a master's degree. So let's see what we can figure out. So let's go through the steps. First thing we want to do is let X represent a man with an associate's degree. Okay, that's where we got to start because that was used in all the problems. That's kind of your hint. They kept using associate's degree over and over again, which means that's going to be your X. Step 2, represent the other unknown quantities in terms of X. Okay, so let's use X to represent the bachelor's degree. That first sentence that we underlined in blue said that the average yearly salary of a man with a bachelor's degree exceeds that of associates by $25,000. So that would be X plus 25. It is $25,000 higher. The next one came from the sentence we underlined in red. The average yearly salary of a man with a master's degree exceeds that of a man with an associate's degree by $45,000. Okay, so Associate's degree plus 45 would be the yearly salary of a man with a master's degree. Next, we're going to step 3. We want to write an equation using that hint they gave us that we can solve. Okay, now that hint was what we have here in green. Combined, you're adding them all up. They earn $214,000. So X, the associate degree, plus X plus 25, the bachelor's degree, plus X plus 45, that's the master's degree, equals 214. So now we have an equation we can solve. Let's combine our terms. We have X, X, X here. That's 3X plus 25 and 45 adds to 70 equals 214. Now the next step, we would subtract 70 from both sides. And when we do, we get 3X equals 144. To get X alone, they multiply by 3, so we divide by 3. And what we found out is X is equal to 48. Now we're not quite done yet, but we do have X. Now let's recall what X was. X was the salary of someone with an associate's degree. Okay, so we have that, 48,000. Now for bachelor's degree, remember that the bachelor's degree was the associate's plus 25. Okay, so X plus 25, 48 plus 25 is 73. Now we have the bachelor's degree. For the master's degree, it was the associate plus 45. Okay, so we do 48 plus 45 and we get 93. So they get 93,000 per year. So this gives us the salary based on first solving for the associate degree based on the hints. We got an equation, we solved, and then we went back and solved for every single one.